Deavan and Jihoon's tragic loss, plus the fallout from Corey and Larissa's date. That and more coming up on 90 Day Fiancé News Weekly.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey there, 90 Day Fiancé fans. We see you all waiting there, hanging out in the chat, getting ready to offer up your opinions on everything that's gone down with the cast of 90 Day Fiancé this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Christy Olsen, and joining me as always, you guys know her from all of AfterBuzz TV's 90 Day After Shows. Hi, Linda Antwi.
Hi guys. Welcome back to another crazy drama-filled week. I love it.
We say that every week. I don't think we'll ever not be able to say it, but we are so happy to have a ton of you hanging out in our live chat. Oddly, a bunch of people from Bradenton, Florida. So if you guys track Nicole down, tell us. Let us know what's going on down there in those parts and from all over the world. Guys, make sure you are chiming in on what we're talking about because you guys are like our third host. Somebody from Maine, hello. From Colorado, Christina from Philly. Hello, everybody. Thanks for waiting. We are about to talk about some tragic news we're going to kick it off with today because we have to get started with this.
Yeah, so unfortunately, as many of you know, Deavan was pregnant. It leaked, not by her own accord, but it did leak. And she posted yesterday that unfortunately her and Jihoon had lost the baby. And I just want to read real quick what she said. A lot of people have been asking if I'm pregnant. I haven't addressed this head on yet. I wanted to first start off by saying thank you so much for your support and love. With heavy hearts, we have to announce sad news. Last Monday, we did end up losing our baby. We are heartbroken and focusing on healing. And I want to apologize for not telling anyone sooner. And she goes on, and my heart goes out to Deavan and Jihoon. And her and I talked about it earlier last week. Mm-hmm. And it was something that she shared privately with us. And I was just so sad all week for her. So sad. So our hearts go out to her entire family. And through this healing process, I just hope, they get through it. Heads up.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of taken aback by the fact that as part of that, she apologized for not telling people sooner and even felt that she had to post that sonogram photo of the baby. It's okay, Deavan. It's okay to keep some stuff private. You don't owe the fans or really anyone anything. Mm-hmm. So it's good to hear that they are taking that time to sort of heal and took that time as a family. And just sending them good vibes. They're so sweet.
They're so sweet. And I think that's like, how you hear Canadians say, oh, sorry all the time. I think it's just that, like you just automatically are like trying to apologize and pacify everyone. But I agree with you. I think that it's definitely a private matter, and we're wishing them all the best.
Yeah, and they were clearly touched by all the love and support that they got from all you fans out there.
Yeah. And in the live chat, same thing. Everyone is sending love and blessings and hearts their way. So hopefully they'll get through it sooner than later.
Yeah, and we're going to get a big update on them next week, them and everyone else, right?
A big update with the Other Way trailer.
Yeah, the tell-all's coming, people.
Guys, the tell-all looks like fire. Like, it looks like fire. And so much so that if you haven't seen it, we're going to pop it up right here real quick, get a little snippet of it. And guys, I cannot wait.
It's going to be so
couples
good.
Tell all. I did not know what I was getting myself into.
Listen.
No, you listen.
Come on, I am your husband. Hello.
Woo.
Watching the stripper, I could see you almost shaking. I'm still very hurt by it. You're a man.
I would be too.
You stand up and say, I don't want to do this because I'm going to continue hurting my wife.
All right, just calm down over there.
Your parents doubted you
There
were
they
the
are.
father of the baby. It's definitely his.
I have super sperm.
Super sperm!
Poor Sean.
If Smith doesn't show up on the call today, I'll be devastated.
Okay, has something happened? My heart is broken.
This isn't fun anymore, and now you're alone.
That's going to be hard to watch,
really,
guys.
really hard.
Do you actually want to be with Evelin?
Of course.
Evelin is the most beautiful girl.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the part where I was like, okay, excuse me, because
Really do.
had you guys been following
In this
Evelin,
environment, I think that's a bad thing.
You're not perfect. We can't hear
And I know you guys have
We get a walk off as per usual, and that pretty much wraps up the trailer.
It's so good though, because guys, as we know, Evelin said yes. Right? She said yes to the proposal.
Shockingly.
And then this week, we also saw her partying with Raul and kissy lovey-dovey. So who knows where these two stand, but all I know is that this tell-all is going to be fire.
Yes, I feel like the tell-all over the summer, the Happily Ever After one with Jay and Ashley and everybody, kind of brought the entire series to a whole new level.
Absolutely.
And is really when a lot of people started latching on. I think this tell-all is going to be even bigger. This is going to get even more eyes, more attention, and we won't be the only people talking about 90 Day Fiancé next week.
I think, and with Laura, I just hope that she gets confronted for all the things and drama that she's caused up until this point.
She's maintained that we are going to see a different side of Aladdin at that tell-all, and that we'll maybe see things a little bit more from her point of view. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. I think, too, what happened at the end there with Ronald walking off and Corey trying to tell Tiffany about how to be a parent, that's going to get really messy and is going to really divide the fans, I think. What is everybody... Oh, you guys love to see the replay. Nadine said Evelin is the worst. Paige said poor Jenny. Oh, everyone is kind of going in on Evelin. That's apparently the storyline that stood out to all of you there.
You know what I think is crazy, guys? For all of you that have been with 90 Day since day one, and you know that Paul has been on this show for a bit, Paul used to be the crazy. Paul used to be the one that we're like, oh, cannot wait to see what happens with this crazy. And he, in this tell-all, seems like he's going to be the one with the wisdom.
Yeah, but remember there was a leak from Soap Dirt that said that Karini was really the one who went off the rails, that she wasn't allowed to film. And so hopefully Paul is stepping up to be the man in this situation and kind of balanced that out and went out and spoke for them as a couple if she wasn't able to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Paul used to be the crazy. Now he's the sane one. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. I can't wait. I think it's going to be incredible, guys.
The crazy meter is off the charts.
Yes, off the charts. And speaking of off the charts, I want to talk a little bit about Ben and his ex and the comments. She's coming for him.
Oh, this is the juicy one.
1,000% she's coming for him. So this week she posted on her Instagram.
So this is Benjamin's ex-wife?
His ex-wife.
Is that the mother of Grayson?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so his ex, his most recent ex, posted a little bit about a backstory with Benjamin, saying no one just becomes a step-parent by marriage. Technically, yes, you are a step-parent if your spouse has a child from a previous relationship, but by no means, all caps, does that mean you have the level of a relationship with that child from day one. When my current partner met my son, he met a friend. He got to know him and grow to understand him. My son is smart, and he told me that my partner was his stepdad. So she's going in on, obviously, Akini saying that she is not ready to be a stepmom and that she wants to just be a friend. And Ben, go ahead and introduce her and say, hey, listen, this is going to be your stepmom from the get-go. She's not feeling it. She's not having it. Because they share a kid together, she's like, this is not going to happen. This is not how you do it. She goes on to say in a previous post that too many stepdads busting their ass to make ends meet while the real dads out here living like they ain't got no kids. Da-ding! Is she calling him a deadbeat dad?
Yes. She ain't got no other kids. She ain't got no other dads.
There you go. There's your answer. That was a super rhetorical question, but yes. So she's calling him out, saying that he doesn't do anything. Apparently, he has Grayson just over the weekend, and by 3:00, she has him back. He's not paying child support to her, and he's living at his pastor's house, and he's got no money, and he's bad with money, and that's why he's in the situation that he's in.
Bad with money and bad with being monogamous?
Oh, yeah. So that was the other thing. So she's also claiming that he's a cheater and that she caught him creeping on Craigslist. Like, do people go on Craigslist still?
That's so like 2006 and gross.
I was like, what city are you in that you're popping on Craigslist? I mean, even Facebook has Facebook date now. I don't know. But she said that, she caught him cheating and creeping on Craigslist. And so he's not supposedly the most faithful husband, and perhaps that's what broke them up.
wow, that we can absolutely assume that that's what broke them up. But her initial post about the stepmom thing, I thought it was interesting how at the end of it, she really kind of went in more so on Benjamin than Akini. She was like, let this woman come to the US and acclimate to life here before you force this stepmom thing on him. Like, it kind of sounds like she's maybe got a little sympathy for Akini, or like okay, obviously this woman knows what Akini is in for with Benjamin, right? And yeah. And I sense from her that she would almost rather warn Akini than like insult Akini. Do you feel that?
You know what I think? I think that she's getting in on her 15 minutes of fame. Because I think that she could have talked about this way, way, way earlier. But I guess seeing the show and seeing how popular it is, I think that she is weighing in on something that she really doesn't know anything about. She knows Ben and his history, but to air out his dirty laundry, I don't know. What does she gain? That's my question.
The whole world is talking about her kid and who's going to be a stepmom, and if she's going to be a stepmom, I'm not surprised that she would want to clarify that, like, hey, I'm making sure that this kid is okay in this situation.
Yeah, but is it necessary to do it in public, or is that a one-on-one conversation you have with your ex? I'm just saying, you're throwing the kid out there. I get it.
That's true.
But, I mean, one of you has to be the one that's the bigger person. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we will see how that one turns out next week, whether Ben and Akini get married or he buys her from his family or however that works.
I think it's funny that you say that.
I know that that's I'm making a joke. I realize that that's their culture there, and that they would be horrified by my saying that. I'm just trying to make is it a bad joke, Linda? You can tell me. Okay, I take it back.
It's funny.
She keeps me honest, people.
It's funny, but it's really like, ooh, because, you know, my parents are from Africa, and there's not a bride price, but there's a similar tradition in gifts and all of that to the family. So I just think it's funny when you say, when he buys her.
All right, I am going to keep my politically incorrect jokes to myself for the remainder of this episode. Let's check in with the live chat, because they have a lot to say about Ben and Akini.
Yeah, a lot. Kelly saying if Ben brings Akini to U.S., he'd be taking her home to raise. She's a child and immature. Akini is immature for 26, though, says Leanna. And Diane says basically she was saying Ben is a fraud. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Christina's saying, I hope Ben won't marry her. They're not ready yet. And they're kind of like, this shouldn't happen quite so quickly.
Yeah, and Angel points out that this can't be easy for Grayson, that he's old enough to go to school.
Yep.
So, you know, the other parents and probably the other kids know what's going on in his little 5-year-old life.
Yeah. Can I just say, Sailor Moon, that I do not want to ever talk about Caesar ever. Like, ever.
Oh, okay. I'll be handling that story if there's ever anything to say, but I don't think there will be, because I'm pretty sure we are done with Caesar. However, another blast from the past we are so not done with, and isn't looking like we will be anytime soon. Let's talk about Larissa and her hot date she had last week, probably about the time that we were all sitting here doing this show live. Corey and Larissa were on a hot date in Las Vegas, playing the slots, drinking it up. We have the Instagram here. Larissa's all hashtag Bay Alert, hashtag Larissa and Corey. This looked like a date. Larissa and Corey wanted it to look like a date. And Evelin, of course, Corey's fiance on screen, as we see now, called it a date in an epic Instagram live rant the next day that went on for 35 minutes. She also posted this, calling Corey a loser, but that was like tip of the iceberg. She hopped on live and had a mouthful. She called Larissa, pardon my language, guys, a whore, really slutty, stupid, that Larissa's trying to make drama. That's not how a lady behaves, that Larissa should take care of her kids, and insulted Larissa's looks. So just really sort of went in on her and on Corey, saying that he had changed from the show and that he was just looking for the fame that going out with someone like Larissa would bring him. Okay, so that's not, guys, that's not even close to being the end of this. Like, not even a little bit. So Evelin reacted. Larissa then responded with this and kind of explained and said, like, hey girl, figure out what the situation is with your man. I don't want him. Like, clearly Larissa was just being a little cutesy here. Yeah. And there was also a live that Larissa quickly deleted where she was talking about that Corey reached out to her. Corey told her he was done with Evelin and that this was really like on. Like, this day was on like Donkey Kong.
She put in the text receipts as
Yeah.
well. She showed where he reached out to her and said, I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to stay at the Rio. Is it good there? Like, we can connect all of that. So she put it all out there. Like, it was fire this week, back and forth.
Yeah, because Evelyn wasn't going to let that be the end of this,
No,
right?
she wasn't.
So Evelyn went really in hard on Larissa's looks and talked about plastic surgery. Larissa, of course, responded and said she's never had surgery, which she hasn't. She's just done injections and things, although she's looking to get those new boobs to go with her new booty.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this got so hot so fast, and little Corey in the middle of it. Unexpected playboy, right?
Completely unexpected. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. What did you think when you saw this? Did you think we were being swerved? Scammed?
I didn't think we were being scammed at all because it was too much, like back and forth between the two girls. And then when Larissa posted the booty shot and then Evelyn responded with her own booty shot, I was like, okay, you girls are really having an online battle right here over Corey. And I think that Larissa's point was that he was saying that he was single and she's single, so it's fine for two people to go out. And in the beginning, she was saying they were just friends, going out on a friendly date, meeting another cast member. But then she's like, but I'm single, so I can kind of do whatever I want. And Corey said he's single, so if he's not single, then check your man.
Right, because according to Evelyn, she said that she and Corey had never officially broken up.
Yep.
That he just left for the tell-all and she hasn't seen him since, basically.
Yeah. It's incredible. And plus, okay, so you left for the tell-all, but now we know, since we watched this week, that she said yes to the ring. So then, does it make it worse because you were engaged at that point then?
Yeah. Well, all I have to say is I did not peg Corey as, the Lothario. Is that the right word? Lothario,
Yeah.
yes? Of the 90-day franchise. Not by a long shot. Okay, but there's a whole nother layer to this, you guys, as you may have expected. Oh, actually, let's check in. You guys you are on top of it today. Diane said, I wish Corey would wake up for real. Yeah, we thought that this was him finally kind of getting away from Evelyn. El Max said she's over Evelyn, that Evelyn seems miserable. Wow. Well, let's talk a little bit more about Larissa, because it doesn't appear she was ever really interested in Corey, because according to her, she is still in love with Colt.
I was shocked.
So there was an Instagram post, there was a story where she said it, there was a couple lives where she was kind of rehashing this idea that she is not over her divorce, that she's not over Colt. She said, we had this beautiful story and I just can't get over the way that it ended, and just really posting wedding photos, like just really kind of pining away for this relationship that she had with Colt.
Yeah, when she said that he was the only man she ever loved in America, I was like, what, where, who, what?
Sorry,
okay.
Goombo Selfino or whatever the hell Eric's tag
Eric.
is.
I was like,
Sorry,
okay.
Eric. Well, too bad for Larissa, because apparently Colt is hanging out in Coreyland over there, just yucking it up with many different girls. We knew already that he was with Jess Caroline. That happened in the springtime, and there were rumors that we've covered here that they had shot a season of the show. But look at this woman, people. The one in the blue, I have to clarify, that is reportedly Colt's rumored new girlfriend over the week. It's changed since then, guys. Try to stay with me here. Over the weekend, rumors that he was dating this woman in the blue popped up. Larissa had a lot to say about that, because apparently this woman, who was married up until not too long ago, reached out to Colt while Larissa and Colt were still married, and was buying him like a massage for Christmas and just kind of trying to slide into those DMs. And that she also threatened to leak Larissa's nudes, which is so rude and illegal, if I might add. So Larissa knew exactly who this woman was, Vanessa apparently, and was not surprised to see that Colt was hanging out with her. However, you guys, I can't even believe I'm saying this.
But there's more.
There's more. About the next day, yes, I believe the evening of this all kind of hitting the fan, Colt shared that he was on a date with Jess. Yes, the girl that he supposedly broke up with for Vanessa in the Blue. He is hanging out here watching Joker with Jess. They were kind of careful not to post any photos together, but they both posted like the same photo. Yeah, there's her legs in the same theater. And then even today, just more stuff of them both like in the Joker makeup. And there were rumors that he was filming with that Vanessa woman. There were rumors that he filmed an entire season with Jess already. I kind of think the stuff of Larissa saying she's still in love with him, that might be part of Colt's storyline. We're going to see her and him come together again, maybe have some kind of a big resolution conversation. What is the appeal of these men?
And Colt specifically.
Colt specifically.
Yeah, I think that his season is in the wraps, and I think that it's going to be like a doozy. I think for sure there's going to be something that goes off, and we can't forget Mother Debbie.
Oh, I would never.
Debbie's going to be a big part of it for sure. For sure, it's a whole. I agree, Shanice. Colt's a whole mess. I agree.
That's a great way to put it. JL Mission said that she doesn't think Larissa was ever in love with him. Oh boy. And are any of them going to send Debbie to a nursing home? Aww. I sure hope not. She's probably the one that should pick for Colt.
Oh, Lordy.
Okay. That's a lot. I just can't imagine anyone having a messier love life than that. Linda?
Really? You can't? Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Ashley, you guys. So,
I stand corrected. Sorry.
You cannot make me laugh because, those two have a history, and I love it. Okay, so here's what's going on with Ashley. So first, she posted about her anniversary of being kidnapped and how traumatic that was. And apparently she was at a movie theater with her kid and saw this gentleman at a kid's movie by himself, and it kind of triggered her. And so she went on her Instagram and posted a bunch of stuff about just her experience and being a survivor and knowing that you can survive and get past this. And so I thought that was an interesting thing. I think that opening up about that and that whole history of her being kidnapped and almost killed is really scary. It's a scary thing, and it's, I'm sure, something that's traumatic that she relives on the anniversary every year.
Absolutely.
Right? So there's that. So she's already, in my opinion, like an emotional time and state. But then it turns out that her and Jay are quote unquote friendly. And we see in their stories that she, on his birthday, happy birthday, Jay, it was yesterday, Tuesday, says happy birthday, loser. And he reposts her and says thank you. And then he reposts her again and says thank you. And turns out that they're friendly. They're on friendly terms right now. And he is hanging out not only with Ashley, but with her daughter, Kayla. And
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I misinformed Linda before the show. That was his ex, Kayla. That is Jay tattooing Kayla on his birthday.
Okay, so let's go back to that one, because what I do want to say is that he is hanging out with Ashley and the kids. Mm-hmm. And we know that from last week when they were at the football game.
Yes.
Right? So that's what I mean. So if I'm saying the kid's name wrong, I apologize. Yes, in this photo, he's tattooing his ex. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are he's reposting Ashley's happy birthdays. Meanwhile, he's got the one who was waiting for him while he was in lockup, where Ashley put him in the tattoo chair. How are neither of these women done with this?
I mean,
they're both hot and fairly intelligent from what I can tell. And, move on.
I don't know. I think that love is blind. And I think that, Ashley and Jay do have this history, like she says. And she did post this photo, and this is recent, guys. I think I got this from today, where it's a wedding photo of the two of them. And it says that they're back to talking, and her link is in the bio. And I did read the article, guys. And basically she's saying that they're just on friendly terms, and they're trying to work out not only their divorce, but the immigration situation that they're in. Ashley did post in her stories a Q&A. And in the Q&A, someone asked, what's the current real-time update with you and Jay? And she says, we're in a good place. And she has an emoji happy place that kind of dances around. Do you think Jay is prolonging the divorce purposely? And do you really want a divorce? She says, this is a very complicated question. I never want a divorce. I just wanted love. So, where do we think that makes them stand? I did a poll on my own personal Instagram. So right now, here we are. She's saying that they're just friends and they're being cordial because of the divorce and because of the immigration. And then in the story, she's kind of like, I never wanted to get divorced. I've only wanted to be loved. And then on her page, she's saying that, they're friendly and they're talking again. And here we see them in their wedding photo. Now, so I did a poll on my Instagram, and the question I asked is, do you want to see Jay and Ashley back together? 100% of the voters, and I think there was like 30 to 40 voters, said no. And if you want to know who else said no, Ashley voted. And then if you go to the very last person on that poll, it says, nah, over it. So we don't know. They're together, they're not together. She might want to stay with him and be with him and work it out. She may not want to. She might be over it. However you look at it, there's a lot of stuff out there.
I think that's more telling than anything, your poll here. And her saying no. That's juicy, Linda.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
okay.
Guys, what do you think? Should Jay and Ashley try to work it out and be friends? Should they try to work it out and be together again? Or should they just call it quits? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chat.
Sailor Moon said Jay is very inexperienced. I actually think the opposite may be the problem here, Sailor Moon. But we're going to bring it sort of back to another very serious topic and something that Fernanda posted on stories yesterday. I believe this was, some people got a quick screenshot before she deleted it. There was a lot of backlash to this. So this looks like a flyer where Fernanda is advertising herself as a women's empowerment speaker. And let me bring up my notes here because I can't quite read that tiny text on the screen. So what Fernanda has to say in this is that about herself.
Do you want me to read it?
Defying all odds after going public with her abusive relationship, she has gained the attraction of thousands of other young women. Defying the odds after going public with her abusive relationship. What? I'm sorry, I must have missed the part where she went public with her abusive relationship. She's made a lot of claims about being suicidal, depressed, and having anxiety during her marriage. She has accused the network of not helping her get treatment, and she has implied that she was somehow mistreated by Jonathan. She has never described any kind of emotional, physical, or verbal abuse at his hands. We certainly saw no evidence of it on the show, and that, of course, does not mean that she wasn't abused by any means.
Right.
However, there are a lot of people who are confused by this, and so I did what I do when I reached out to Jonathan. He immediately responded and said that he did want to talk about this. However, he has a lawyer involved, very understandably, and that person advised that he wait another day. So we may get some comments from Jonathan coming tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he does seem very eager to speak on this. What do you think, Linda?
I think it's a really serious thing to say, and especially when you're going to a women's empowerment to speak, to speak and to not have addressed this earlier, and all of a sudden you're speaking to other,
branding yourself as someone who has told their story
and other victims. I just, if this is your story and it's true, then Fernanda, good on you. But if it's not true, wow. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a whole lot. You're saying a lot about your ex. You're saying a lot about you. And I don't know. We don't know if it's true or not. But if it's true, it's very, very serious. And if she's the survivor of that, then wow.
There were a lot of commenters on these posts from Instagram that pointed out that if she is indeed exaggerating or outrightly lying here, that's pretty disrespectful to people who have endured abuse. And I think that's kind of the main factor here. On the other side of it, of course, you can look at Fernanda and see her, strutting down the runway in her bikini and see that she looks confident and she seems happy and kind of make assumptions about what she's been through. But we just need more information here. And I definitely need to hear Jonathan's side.
I'm wondering if she's going to share her story at this summit. Mm-hmm. And if she is, I'm sure that we will hear more about it.
Right. And if she is, then she certainly should not have advertised herself as someone who already told her story and has already reached thousands of women.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't even know where it came from.
You got to be careful with that stuff, Fernanda.
Absolutely. Guys, we wanted to give you a Paul update, all these relationships. So we know that we talked about Paul and Karine and divorcing last week. And turns out that these two probably are not getting divorced. They're going to work it out.
Aww.
So, yeah. So Paul posted on his Instagram about a cameo for Halloween and how they're going to be kind of weaning off doing cameos because they're going to try to work on their relationship. But in the meantime, if you want a cameo in Halloween with either him and Karine or just Karine and Pierre, however you wanted to do it, they will do it for you. Just book now because they're going to be slowing down. And then he changed his Instagram to say husband of Karine and father of Pierre. And I thought that was really an interesting tell, considering that last week it was we're scrubbing Instagram, we're scrubbing our social media, and we're pulling back pictures from Pierre, and she wants to divorce me. But again, we talked about it last week. This is not the first time she has mentioned divorcing him. So I don't know if it's a thing that they do and then they work it out. But turns out for now, they're still together.
See, him saying that he's her husband on Instagram and stuff, that really sticks to me, because the other post about in a week we're going to be winding down with this, that made me think like, oh, because they're getting divorced and in a week it's over, they're not going to be together anymore, she's moving out, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has declared himself her husband on social media after he says her lawyer told him to scrub all references of her on his social media, you're right, is pretty much means that they are back together. Yes. Someone who probably definitely 1,000,000% isn't together. I think we all know that. Sorry to burst your bubble. Spoiler alert. Darcey and Tom appear to be donezo. He has been photographed all over the world, really, with this blonde woman cozying up. There was a photo of them on the red carpet. He, of course, works in fashion. We don't know if this is someone that he met on the job, but she's a gorgeous woman. And there were people that were comparing her to Darcey. I don't know so much about that, but the big news here is, check this out. There is Tom's rumored girlfriend hanging out with his mom. Okay, this is serious. We all know what that means. Tom and this woman must be really hitting it off for her to meet mom already.
I mean, agreed. He says it, that meeting the family is a big deal. And I don't even think that Darcey met the mom, right? Darcey met the sister.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's serious. But this week, I don't know if you guys have been on Darcey's page. Darcey posted...
Darcey, who's in first place still and is on her way to the semifinals to be on the cover of Maxim magazine.
Yeah, she posted, thanks for all your love and support, Dan. And this fighter hero of hers, if you guys go to her Instagram, he is like ripped. He's a trainer. He's in Istanbul. So perhaps she found her own new love. Is she trying to tell us? We don't know.
A new sexy man. I saw those. Get it, Darcey. We love you. I just want to point out that there are 700 of you watching us live right now, all giving us your opinion. YouTube Lover said, well, duh, we knew Tom was just a Jesse replacement. Anna said Tom probably paid this woman. You guys are on fire. All 700 of you. We love you. And there is one more little tidbit.
Guys, yeah, so I love you guys for sending me all the information and little things that you find. And I just wanted to pull up that there's going to be a new 90-day franchise. Woo! And you guys will just not even believe it. So, casting 90-Day Fiancé, the college edition, a brand new docuseries for a major TV network that we know as TLC, casting couples for a new documentary series who are specifically college, university graduate students who are in a relationship in which one partner in the relationship is an international student studying in the U.S. on a student visa. We're ideally looking for international students who are graduating by the end of this year, and then it lists the requirements. Guys, are you here for 90-Day Fiancé, the college edition?
I don't know. I mean, I love any 90-day, but are they just trying to young it up a little bit? Like, are we going to get like the frat parties and like someone throwing up on a Friday night and like someone's not making it to class? Like, we know that the 90-day audience skews a little bit older than like some of the sexy reality shows. So are they trying to pull in like that college age crowd, or what's going on here? Are they just sick of shooting overseas?
I think this is what's happening. 90 Days is so huge with so many spin-offs, and like you said, it skews a little bit older, but this is what I think. I think they want it all. They want the young people, they want the middle-aged people, they want the old people. They want it all. So guys, I don't know. I'm kind of here for it. I think it's going to be crazy.
They're naysaying hard in the chat. They are not coming here for college edition.
I don't want the college 90 day, Mrs. Rock Kitty says.
Ronnie said, no, that's too young. Amy, they will be even more immature. We can count on that for sure.
YouTube Lover says, no to college edition. Thumbs down.
Angel Singer says, yikes. D said, snooze fest. Okay. Are you listening, TLC?
That's a lot.
I actually think they could go the other way and like 90 Day Fiancé, like second half of life edition or something where like the folks are a little bit older.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that could be juicy. A little geriatric get down, you know.
Whatever the case may be, they're coming for fire. They're coming for all the viewers.
All of you guys, we love that. And now it's time to play a little game. Don't go anywhere. We need your input on this one. Right. It is time for Do We Ship It? And it is a highly polarizing couple this week. This is the one where we take a look at one of the 90-day duos and tell you, are they shipped for life, as in a relationship, or are we shipping them out? Adios, bye-bye, it's breakup time. And I think there's only one couple worth talking about this week before the tell-all, and that is Jenny and Sumit.
Yes, Jenny and Sumit. You know, I gotta tell you, I was wondering, is it because she's a little bit older that she's so forgiving? Because I don't think I could be as forgiving as she appeared to be on the last episode. I think that there's no way that I would have like been lovey and dovey and kissing and hugging and saying that I miss you. I'd just be like, you know what, just don't come back. Like, don't come back. And she wants to work it out and he wants to work it out, and she's like, fix it. So what's my opinion? I say ship this relationship all the way out. He came in as a catfish. He's leaving as a married catfish. Call it a day. Jenny, you could do so much better with someone who actually loves you for you and doesn't lie to your face for the past however many years you guys have been together.
Yeah, I'm going to say adios to these two too, but it does make me sad. They clearly were legitimately in love with each other, you know, the lies aside. They clearly were in love. They tried to work it out. I think the fact that Sumit thought that he could make it all happen with Jenny there and his wife still there and everything just shows you how high of hopes that he had, that he was that delusional.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it makes me very sad to say, but they are both much better off if we just ship these two out. And thankfully, Jenny, who appears to be back in Palm Springs, has her daughter and her daughter's wife that are hanging out with her and supporting her. And I'm sure it'll take a while, but I think she will realize that she is better off.
Yeah, and bounce back.
But it does make me sad.
It's sad, but, you know, he's married. Kelly in the live chat says, ship it. Not buying what they are selling. Michelle says, love Jenny and Sumit, want them together forever. Mrs. Rock Kitty says, I think Sumit loves Jenny, but he can't get out of his marriage. Yvette Mathis says, ship out, bye. And JL Mission says, narcissistic.
Ooh.
Okay. And then anonymously yours says, he put Jenny in danger. She could have gotten mobbed.
That is true. She was in danger there.
Yeah, I think it's very polarized. I think that you either are for them and love them, or you're not for it because of all the lying.
Right. Oh, well, God, I could sit here all night long, discuss all this news, hang out with all 733 of you, and hear your thoughts on the show. But you guys, we're available all week long. You know, you can always reach out to us and stuff.
Absolutely.
And you should stick around right here at AfterBuzz Reality TV tonight, right?
Guys, we have 90 Day the Other Way that we're discussing, and Before the 90 Days. So all right here on AfterBuzz TV. If you guys ever want to hit me up, at Linda So Girly, all across social media. I love hearing from you. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Any suggestions, any theories, because that tell-all is going to be juicy next week.
Yeah, and if you're tuning in to us at another time, we are live on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Please come and join the conversation. And do not forget to watch 90 Day Fiancé news daily, every single day, right here on AfterBuzz Reality TV. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. And if you get any 90 Day juice, hit me up at Christy Reports with a C. I love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will be back next week with more 90 Day Fiancé News Weekly.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.